As you may be already discussing on these sessions, AI is not only being a quite interesting tool, but actually is generating a huge revolution across the globe. In particular, challenges ahead for the continent, such as the food security, the access to healthcare, or the quality of infrastructure itself, can be quite positively impacted by these advancements. As we said, AI can better contribute to address huge challenges ahead for the continent and for the globe. For instance, with regards to agriculture, we can use it to predict in a more efficient way any kind of climate patterns. Also, we can use it to improve efficiency with regards to farming practices and other kind of relevant issues if we talk about healthcare. So, as said, it is true that we can foresee in a, let's say, easy way this kind of potential benefit outcomes, but we need to think that in order to this technology be truly efficient and useful for everybody, we need to ensure a robust compliance plus data protection framework. Because actually, those are two areas that are extremely connected with deployment of such technologies. If you think about it, AI systems do need, on one hand, to ensure that the vast amount of data used and handled properly, and we talk about responsibility, but also we talk about data privacy itself. But we cannot forget the compliance side, that is basically ensuring the adequacy of such systems with applicable regulations and how those systems are, let's say, designed on a way that the traceability is ensured, and therefore that we can build up robust systems and resilient ones for everyone, and that apply actually to both private and public. Actually, we do have quite relevant projects that involve these two stakeholders, private sector and public sector, especially when it comes to the governance of the system itself. The cooperation between Africa and other international relevant stakeholders, such as the European Union, can better foster these efforts with regards to the applicability of AI on different users. For instance, by sharing expertise, technology, good practices, and so on, we can be able to generate, which is quite important, that is the local capacity to actually build up these systems. At the end, in order to ensure an effective AI system, we can sum this up in 4 main ideas. The first one, we need to ensure the resources, the infrastructure, because actually this could be understood as idea on 2 different sides. First one is talking about the government, or let's say huge nationwide, politically wise policies, which is networks and so on, but that could be also understood on the sense of the means itself, IT tools, laptop, etc., internet connection. So first you need infrastructure to deploy a system, but secondly, you need to ensure the continuous improvement and the continuous monitoring system of that. Meaning that, as you know, data sets that food the AI system need to be trained on a, let's say, permanent base. You need to ensure that the biases itself do not impact the output accuracy, and so on and so forth. So it is quite important to ensure this whole process of monitoring. The third idea, it is quite relevant that we are able to define ethical standards. Those ethical standards, again, can be understood at the national level, regional level, public policy, but also private policy. Indeed, in our experience, when we build up any kind of use of AI within international or national private corporations, we start from scratch, defining what are the use permitted, what are the use that are not permitted. The fourth idea, and the last one, is quite relevant to ensure the capacity building. You gotta train the local, let's say, workforce, in the sense that you gotta train the local talents so that you could be autonomous on the sense of how you deploy technology, how you maintain it, how you better improve it itself. So at the end of the day, these 4 elements can, let's say, help to ensure that this AI revolution, it is not only impacting as a passive actor to Africa, but actually Africa has been a quite active actor to improve and to leave their mark on the future of AI in the world. As you may imagine, this conversation needs way more time, and actually I invite you all to continue this reflection and this exchange of ideas. I will be so happy to do that. Again, thank you so much for your attention, and I will be quite happy to receive any comments and feedback, and I'm sure we're going to be able to see next year. So thank you so much. Goodbye.